Thanks, Nick. Yeah, as Nick mentioned, Suda is a drug delivery company, and we're focused on commercializing low-risk pharmaceuticals. So what we do is we take existing pharmaceuticals that we know the safety profiles of, and we'll reformulate them into a simple oral spray. And the oral spray is then just sprayed in the mouth. This is just water, but it's basically you open the mouth and spray it in. We have world-leading technology for reformulating these drugs into the oral sprays, and they in most cases will get a much faster onset of action. We have over 70 patent families that cover approximately 300 widely used off-patent drugs, and we have a breakthrough sublingual spray for the treatment of severe malaria in children, which we're working with the World Health Organisation on getting that pre-qualified for not only severe malaria but for use in early interventional therapy as well back in the villages. We have multiple oral sprays, as Nick mentioned, for large mainstream markets such as insomnia, migraine, erectile dysfunction, chemo-induced nausea, just to mention a few. And our strategy is rapid commercialisation through trade sales and collaborations. So why the oral mucosal? It gives what we looked at is a much better patient experience, because a lot of what happens today is to get a drug into the bloodstream, you either inject it, or what most people do is take a tablet. A drug injected will get about 100% of the drug into the bloodstream straight away. If you take a tablet, anything between 10 and 30% of the drug will get to the bloodstream. A simple spray in the mouth, and we get around 90% of the drug into the bloodstream faster than you can get it with a tablet, and almost as quick in some cases as subcutaneous or intramuscular injection. The oral cavity is ideal for this because around the cheeks it's highly vascular, there's a lot of blood flowing into that area, and that drains very quickly into the jugular drainage system and then into the heart to be transported through the body very quickly. It avoids the metabolism of the gut where a lot of the drugs are broken down, so we avoid that first pass hepatic metabolism. The unique advantages of oral sprays compared to tablets is they're a faster onset of action. I'll talk about that in a moment. Reduction in the dose level and dose variability. We actually, by bypassing the gut, we actually use a lot less drug in a lot of cases. For example, our migraine drug, sumatriptan, we use 40% of the drug to get the same therapeutic effect. There's an enhanced patient convenience. A lot of the products we look at are for people who have a comorbidity of nausea and vomiting, and therefore, you know, if you're on cancer chemotherapy and you feel nauseous, they give you a tablet, but you want to be sick. So that's not really a great way to take the drug, where again, a simple spray in the mouth, off you go. It avoids the need to swallow or to be taken with water, and what a lot of people don't realise is about 40% of the adult population have a problem swallowing. And while children in the age of about 6 to 11 are trained to take tablets, around about 50% of those children have a problem taking the tablets. Our strategy for accelerating cash sustainability, Artemis, our sublingual malaria product, I'm not going to talk too much about that, but we're in the process of trade selling that out to a large pharmaceutical company. We have our in-house pipeline, which I'll expand on, where we generate clinical proof of concept and for the high-value oral sprays, and then we out-license those products. We have life cycle management. We work with some of the large pharma companies where we reformulate their products to extend their franchise. And we also work with pharma companies to co-develop new products as well. So we have a number of business models that we work within. This is our key pipeline, and if we look at the top of it, insomnia, zolpidem, you might know it as Stilnox or Ambien. We have an oral spray that is already approved in the US by the FDA. That's a significant market, about $2.1 billion. The Artemis product is our malaria product. That's about to go through the approval process. The ondansetron for chemotherapy-induced nausea and vomiting, we're currently talking to the FDA regarding the registration of that product. So they're very late stage. Then we have sumatriptan for migraine headaches. We've just recently finished a meeting with the FDA on the development plan of that, and that's moving forward. Sildenafil, or as you know, Viagra for erectile dysfunction, very big market, and I'll talk about that in a little bit more detail later. And also for pulmonary arterial hypertension and midazolam for pre-procedural anxiety. So we also have a lot of other products which we've got within the portfolio, but they're our key ones that we're working on at the moment. So this is our sleep medication, and what we see there, the graph you see there is actually a graph that looks at alertness. So we're in the negative, so that means you're getting drowsy, which is exactly what you want to see from a sleep medication. The blue arrows are the tablet, the purple arrows are our spray. So what we see at 13 minutes, we see significant drowsiness with both our 5 milligram spray and our 10 milligram spray. And in fact, our 5 milligram spray is over double what a 10 milligram tablet is from a drowsiness point of view. So we demonstrate significant faster onset of sedation with regard to the Stilnox tablets. In fact, we actually recommend that people are actually in the bed before they take this, because within 5 to 7 minutes they're very drowsy. And also because it operates so quickly, it's able to be used for middle of the night awakening, which you can't use a tablet for because the tablet takes too long to work. Our migraine headache, sumatriptan, Suda Ltd. It's a first-in-class, all our drugs are first-in-class oral sprays. The migraine market is large, it's about a $3.2 billion market. Sumatriptan has about 50% of that market. We've already evaluated this product in about 40 patients, showed that we have safety and superiority to the current tablet. It works faster, we require less of it, as I mentioned early on. Only require about 40% of the drug to get the same effect. We have recently met with the FDA. We have agreed on a development plan moving forward, and we're in discussions with a number of pharmaceutical companies regarding licensing of that. Suda Ltd, which is our Viagra spray, sildenafil. Again, first-in-class oral spray. We have patents that go out to 2031 on that, as I mentioned earlier, and we have 70 patents covering our formulations. The erectile dysfunction market is a large market, about $3 billion. Viagra is still one of the major players in that. It's off patent in most parts of the world. In the US, it's still on patent until 2020. As I said, our patent goes out to 2031. We have shown that the drug is actually at least bioequivalent, if not better than Viagra in our first generation. We've just recently reformulated it and seen that we managed to increase the absorption of in the laboratory at least by about 20-fold. So we're expecting this to be a very rapid-acting drug that requires very little to get the same result. So we're very excited about that. We see this drug, if it moves forward, is a significant company maker, and we're talking to the right people with regard to licensing of that product. That's just a snapshot of the company. We are an ASX-listed company. Current share price is around 4 cents. We have market cap roughly $50 million. We have revenue. We have a revenue-generating company, a medical distribution company that generates our revenue for us. But we still make a net loss due to our the development work that we're doing. That's pretty much the financial one. So just in summary, we do have a world-leading proprietary technology for reformulating drugs into high-value sprays, and that is covered by significant patent and IP protection. We do have a breakthrough anti-malarial spray which is progressing through commercialisation. I didn't mention too much about that, but to give you an idea, a simple spray in the mouth with a child who's comatose, in severe malaria, we actually showed we were superior to intravenous quinine, which is the current treatment of choice in most of the African countries. And about 1 million children a year are still dying of malaria in those countries. We have a pipeline of oral sprays offering superior profiles, faster onset, for example, than the current standard of care. We have a first-in-class Zolpidem spray for insomnia, which has been approved by the FDA. And we're targeting large markets with short timelines to development. So we're not going through the full development program. We're going through an abridged development program. And we do have a strategy for rapid value creation through collaboration and trade sales. So we anticipate cash flow from deals in the second half of this year and potential royalty streams by 2007. So that's our story. And if you want to know any more, please come and see me in the other room. Thank you.